Why are your customers really walking away without buying? That's what we're talking about today.
Plus, Travis, we'll be covering how to turn those missed opportunities into sales with the right marketing moves and some other hot news from the automotive world. We've got tips, strategies to help you sell more cars and have a business and life that's enjoyable, simple, and prosperous.
I'm Travis Miller.
And I'm Jimmy Vee.
And this is the show that helps you build a better dealership. It's time for better news. You ready, Jim?
I am, man. Excited about it.
Here's the big question for today. Should your dealership go completely digital? And more consumers are embracing virtual showrooms.
Right, Travis. I mean, the rise of virtual showrooms is it's transforming the way car buyers explore and purchase vehicles. I mean, there's so much discussion about it. I mean, even VR showrooms are on the horizon, right? Now, according to a recent study, nearly 60% of buyers now prefer to research and even, I can't even believe this, complete their purchases entirely online.
Yeah, and it's not just about browsing. Dealerships that offer immersive online experiences, think virtual test drives and interactive vehicle customization, are seeing much higher conversion rates from online leads, according to this study.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Just because it works for some doesn't mean it's a magic bullet for everyone, though.
Right, exactly. Not every dealership has the budget or the right customer base for this. That's important to keep in mind. It's definitely worth considering, but let's not rush to throw all our eggs in a virtual basket just yet.
Plus, let's be honest, okay? What does it say about a typical car dealership experience if so many customers would prefer to bypass it entirely?
Good point,
Maybe there's some work to be done here.
Good point. If customers are actively avoiding the dealership process, maybe the real issue and the real opportunity is improving the in-person experience, not just rushing to go digital.
This is definitely something that we should be discussing and working on. And that's why we've created this group, Better Dealerships, to encourage these conversations and work on improving our experience in our dealerships so that we can not only be better for ourselves, but be better for our customers.
We're back again with another better resource for you today. And the resource that we are excited to share with you is a service called Focus at Will. It's a music service that is scientifically designed to increase concentration. About that. So it's an app.
I think everybody could use that.
Yeah. This app helps you stay in the zone, whether you're managing paperwork or planning the dealership's next big promotion. Think about how distracting a dealership environment can be. And so people frequently, I know when they're trying to get some work done, pop in some headphones and listen to some music. But is that music helping you or hindering you? Is it helping make you more effective, or is it really just distracting and holding you back? This is an app that helps, custom curate, custom develop playlists for you that keep you locked in, and not just you, but your people. Keep your people locked in the zone so they can be maximally productive.
Yeah, listen, dealership managers, owners, and individuals, they're constantly juggling endless tasks every single day. Focus at Will specialize their audio tracks. They cut out distractions and they keep your productivity at its peak during those long, chaotic hours at the dealership. So if you're trying to actually get something done, not just stamp out fires all day like we typically tend to do at the dealership, then this is a great way to help you stay on task, stay focused, and get that key, what we call the big rocks, based on the Franklin Covey productivity system. Get those big rocks accomplished, knock them out so that you can move the business forward, not just stamp out them fires all day.
Yeah, check it out at focusatwill.com.
All right, T, we're going to be looking at another better book resource. As we've said multiple times on the show, we are voracious readers. We love to consume books. It's one of the things that we do. We consume information and we nuggetize it into valuable, usable bits. This book has a lot of those valuable nuggets stuffed in there, which we're going to talk about a couple of big ideas here in a minute. This book is called Building a StoryBrand. The author is Donald Miller. kind of like you, Travis Miller, Donald Miller. You can find it at all of the major booksellers on Amazon. Probably have a link here in the show notes. Now, we're going to dive in, take a closer look at what building a story brand is all about. See?
Here's the big idea, man. Why read regular books when you could read better books?
True. Just the fact that you're watching this show, and if you just read the books that we talk about on the show, you'll be getting the nuggets, the better books, not just all the books, right? That's a shortcut in and of itself, Travis.
Yeah, there it is. All right, let's take a closer look at that Building a Story Brand book. So this book shows you how to stop confusing customers with mixed messages. Clear, concise communication is the key to grabbing your audience's attention. And for dealerships, that means making sure your ads, website, and team all speak the same language and present a unified message.
Now, here's big idea number 2 from the StoryBrand book. Number 2, your customer is the hero, not you.
Huge.
So the author argues that too many businesses make themselves the hero of the story instead of the customer being the hero. And the customer should feel like the protagonist in the journey, in the customer journey. For a dealership, you can highlight how you help customers solve the problems, find the right vehicle, and achieve their goals. I mean, this is exactly what we talked about at the beginning of the episode. This is exactly how we create advertising with the customer being the hero. When you have a why, this becomes a lot easier as well.
All right, big idea number 3, create a simple plan. See, people are really distracted and really overwhelmed with information these days. So in your communication, you want to give a clear step-by-step path to follow. For dealerships, this could mean simplifying your sales process, all the way from, appointment setting to test drive to financing, and really just focusing on making it easier for the customer to say yes, which is amazing. I mean, ultimately, we want ideally, the customer says yes at each stage of the journey. But dealerships and many businesses have a tendency to make saying yes really difficult because they make it complicated and cumbersome and confusing unnecessarily.
So here's big idea number 4, and it's kind of funny. You might see a pattern here. Invite them into the journey. So we want to sell the experience, not the product. Customers are looking for a dealership that will do more than just sell them a car. They want someone that they can trust. Go ahead, Travis.
No, I was agreeing with you. They want someone they can trust, someone who can help them, guide them to making a good decision, right, through the whole process.
Yeah, I mean, we need to make the customer feel like they're part of an exciting journey by working with us, by shopping with us, by coming to our dealership and experiencing not just what they saw when they drove past, but something much deeper when they walk through the doors. And maybe, Travis, if we could do that, they would prefer to come to the dealership rather than do it virtually online.
You see,
and it's the full
circle.
It's the full circle.
You're going to find, for those of you just getting to know us, you're going to find that this is a constant thread, a running theme in all of the work that we do, all of these ideas tied together. This is the big picture, what helps make a better dealership.
Yeah, and it's always been our point of view that with good advertising and good business building, good mission, vision, and values, good customer and employee culture, this is all a thread that ties together end to end. It's a loop. And when you get that loop right, then everyone who experiences your business has a similar and valuable experience. That's why I just called it a loop, but in our parlance, gravitational marketing, it's an orbit, right? It's a singular tied together path that everyone revolves around the center, and the center are the core ideas that we're talking about here. Your vision, mission, vision, values, your why, your this valuable journey that people go on. So I hope you got something out of this. I know that you will really love this book, and I recommend that you pick it up.
By the way, if you're enjoying this episode, just a quick reminder to press the like button and subscribe to the channel for useful tips, and also turn on the notifications so that you never miss a future episode.
If you have a friend in the business And I know you do. Be a thought leader. Send this to them. Share it. We'd really appreciate it.
Welcome back. We've got a big idea to share with you today. Stop selling and start storytelling. Craft ads that build connections, not just offers.
Now, Travis, a while back, I mean, gosh, this is going back to the early 2000s, we created something called the Soap Opera Secret, right? And this was all about making videos and ads that had an ongoing running story. And we were talking about how important that was and how these soap operas kept a loyal audience for so long, longer than any other running television shows of the time, even really well past their genre, really when the genre was really at that point lagging in the way they were set up, but still they kept a loyal audience. And how did they do that? And they did it through reoccurring storytelling, right? Keeping a story going that engaged people so much that they had to tune back in day after day. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, well, that's television and this is advertising. So, people tune into shows. They don't really tune into advertising. And I would say, well, what if they would? What if they could? And what if we could take those same concepts that make television so sticky and weave that into our ads? And that's what we were talking about in that piece of material that we wrote, that Soap Opera Secret, so long ago. But we've incorporated that into all of the campaigns that we create for our members every single month in our Rich Dealers program. And it's a core concept that I think every dealer should think about if they want to make their advertising stickier, more effective, and more valuable.
Well, it's a great point. I mean, most communication from dealerships, whether that's traditional advertising, radio and television, or digital
social media,
even social media, right? Exactly. All of the communication tends to be oriented around product and price. And offers, product, price, and offers, right? But
standard stuff.
In today's world, and really, I mean, not just today, but yesterday's world too, honestly, because the soap operas were popular for decades. Customers, this is important, customers are an audience. And they want stories and brands that they trust and feel familiar with. And so there's an opportunity with all of your communication, whether it's advertising or social media, online or offline, there's an opportunity to turn your communication into engaging stories that can build a connection with your customers, with your audience. Okay, start thinking about it like that, your audience, and what keeps you, on top of mind. What keeps them, curious about what you're going to do next. What is it that you say and do that causes them to tell others? And
right.
Did you hear what so and so is up to again? Right. And by and large, most advertising, most company communication in and out of the car business completely lacks this. But there's an opportunity that's wide open and it's completely free. If you think about it, it just requires creativity. There's an opportunity to incorporate this into all of your communication with your audience. So we have a couple of key concepts to share with you on this topic.
This taps into something we spoke about in another episode about switching your perspective from what the business that you're actually in, from selling cars to merchandising cars to selling solutions and being a service provider to your local community. See, you have an opportunity to storytell because you're not a retail merchant. You're just not having to market the product and the price. You have an opportunity to market much bigger than that because you are such an valuable, important resource in the community where you talk about where you deliver a service and a product that people not only passionately are into, but also need a lot of help around. And so you have a great opportunity to really dig deep, become someone valuable in the community, showcase these products and your service, and deliver a really cool story all at the same time. And I think most people miss that. And so let's highlight a couple of these key concepts.
Yeah, first one is to highlight your why, which we talked about in a prior episode. So once you've defined, you understand what your real why is, what your purpose is, and it's probably should be bigger than enriching the, shareholders of the dealership.
Right. Pocketbooks, right? That's
Yeah.
like this, another key concept, which is another awesome opportunity we have, is to showcase real customer journeys. And this goes back to the fact that we're selling something that is so desirable and has such a high emotional content to it. The people need cars for various reasons. Often they are in situations with vehicles that are challenging, and it's our job and opportunity to solve those. And by showcasing these stories, we can create really, this is what reality TV is about, is we can create really engaging stories through real experiences of our customers. And when you can do that, they turn into these, mini testimonial, mini narratives of how someone found their dream car or solved their transportation problem that was really causing them issues. And now they have their life is so much better because of what we've been able to do.
Right. Okay. So number one, highlight your why. Number two, feature real customer journeys. And the third one is to create emotional hooks you can use humor, nostalgia, adventure. You want to tap into emotions that are present and tap into the conversation that's currently going on so that the messages, the stories that you tell resonate with your audience and keep them curious. Like the ideal question that a customer should ask about your communication would be, what are you going to do next month?
Right. If you're good at storytelling, if you're leveraging it properly, they're going to be thinking to themselves or asking themselves, what's going to happen next? That's what they did in the soap operas. That's what they do in serial sitcoms. That's why you binge on Netflix. That's what we can do in our advertising as well, as long as you create the right messages, tell the right stories, and build the drama.
Yeah. So think about that. Stop selling, start storytelling. And we've said for years, stop selling cars and start selling solutions. So put these two ideas together, right? Well, hey, do what you want. This is just our idea. You're welcome to implement it if you want.
This is better dealerships. This is also better advertising, so that's kind of what we do.
Well, yeah. Well, and people a lot of times do, because we've been doing this for so long and have generated, we've sold, millions and millions of cars, billions and billions of dollars in revenue. And, and all with massive returns on investment. And so much advertising energy and money is wasted these days. People are convinced that it doesn't work. But we know that it can work. It absolutely can work. And so people come and they ask us, well, what's the secret, guys? How do you make it work? And this is one of those secrets. We're just giving it to you here. Do more than just feature product and price, and make your communication about more than that. Make it about your why, make it about the customer's journey, and make it about, make it emotional and appealing and interesting to the people who are watching. It's a relatively simple equation, and it's being ignored by most dealerships, but not by better dealerships.
That's right. It is simple in concept, but, a bit more challenging to execute. And, but these things have value. They pay off in the long run. Same is lame.
Oh, same as lame. Jimmy, if you look up lame in the dictionary, what exactly does it mean?
It means pathetically lacking in force and effectiveness, Travis. So, what we all know here in our universe is that if you lack force and you lack effectiveness, you're going to lack results. And so that means if you're same, you're lacking results, and that's not the place you want to be. Same is lame, baby. Hey, we'd love to know what you think about today's episode. Share your thoughts below. Let us know in the comments. How are you using storytelling in your ads?
We look forward to hearing from you. Let's continue the conversation. Head on over to betterdealerships.com and join our free Facebook group. It's the best way to stay connected with us and all of the other dealerships out there in the Better Dealerships universe.
So head on over to betterdealerships.com.